Stephen, let that sit in a second. What was your reaction to Kobe's comments?
I mean, I know what he mean. Tim Duncan, perfect example. When I got to San Antonio, I wasn't as confident as I am now. I wasn't guaranteed a spot on the court. My first year, I was on the injured list. I didn't play at all. And I'm coming on a team where you got two Hall of Famers, David Robinson, Tim Duncan, you got Sean there. You got a lot of guys on this team that's proven in this league. And the year I do get a chance to play, I have Steve Smith ahead of me, Bruce Bourne, a lot of guys. This is the time me and Ginobili came in together. I had no idea how to play basketball. I had no idea how to play on the championship team. But Tim let me know that, you know, playing defense, working hard, you belong in this game, passing me the ball at times when I wasn't supposed to get the ball, telling me that I could shoot the ball and all this type of stuff. Just the confidence he gave me, knowing I wasn't the best player, knowing I wasn't the second best player on the team. The confidence he gave me was the reason I was able to stay in the game and make big shots, Game 6 in the finals to win the championship, or to lead the team in scoring Game 6 in the Western Conference Finals, because he gave me that confidence all year, even at times when Pop took me out. You know, when I was frustrated and I came out the game just out of it, Tim kept me in the game. So I understand exactly what it means. It's not just passing me the ball. You know, it's taking me to play paintball with him when we're not practicing, make me feel like a teammate. It's all those little things that LeBron does. So I don't know if Kobe's saying that LeBron doesn't do that.
That was the insinuation.
I'm not agreeing with Kobe on that. LeBron's one of the best teammates I've ever seen as a star. LeBron has done everything. He has done everything right. When I talk about LeBron, I talk about a lot of things that he doesn't do as a player, what I would have done if I was in his shoes. But as far as him as a man, as a player, as a leader, as a teammate, he has done everything right. And there's nobody that can take anything away from him.
It's great advice Kobe's giving. The problem is Kobe needed to give it to himself 10 years ago.
It's that advice my mom used to give me. Boy, don't do as I say, don't do as I do.
Right. Don't make the mistakes I did.
Yeah.
Right. Kobe is talking about LeBron needing to do stuff that LeBron is one of the best in NBA history at doing. That LeBron gets criticized for doing too much of, for always trusting his teammates. What is the play that maybe changed the NBA Finals? LeBron finding a cutting George Hill for a layup that could have won Game 1, instead of saying, I have to do it all myself, the way we know Kobe would have done.
And LeBron doesn't get to the finals. He doesn't get to the finals if he don't trust them. Now, because I had told LeBron, I had sent the PSA, give up on your teammates. And he had plenty of chance in the Indy series. And he rallied them in the Toronto series to empower them, and they don't win the Boston series if he don't depend on those other players.
If he hadn't been empowering Jeff Green, much to my dismay, all year long, continuing to find Jeff Green, who was open for a reason.
He called him my guy.
My guy. Then guess what? When Kevin Love goes down in Game 6 of the Boston series, Jeff Green is not ready to step up and ready to do things, just like you're saying. If Duncan hadn't empowered you prior to Game 6 of the Western Conference Finals, you're not in a position to lead the team in scoring. You're not in a position like, I think your example is a great one, because Duncan is one of the greatest players ever.
And teammate.
And
he called me the ultimate teammate.
Which is,
he gave me that title.
To this day, I think it's the thing you're proudest of your basketball accomplishments, is that you believe in your heart of hearts you're the best teammate there was, and Tim Duncan bestowed that upon you, right?
Yep.
And so, like, Kobe saying this, there's just some irony to it. Because that's not who Kobe was as a player.
Right.
He didn't empower his teammates. He undercut his teammates. When his teammates didn't perform, he talked bad about them, whether it be in a parking lot or to the media or to Stephen A. Smith. And for LeBron had every opportunity. The media was begging him to bang on his teammates this postseason. He wouldn't do it. So I don't know what Kobe's talking about.
Well, obviously, he's referring to Kobe Bryant in some sort of...
He's referring to LeBron James.
I'm sorry, LeBron James, apologies, in some sort of removed, from up here kind of place. When you listen to that and you hear that, can you see or can you explain to me what Kobe's talking about? Does Kobe think that just by LeBron passing the ball to these guys, in LeBron's mind, he's saying, hey, look, I'm doing what I can. I'm being a good teammate. I'm giving them a chance. Because you talked about these multi-layered approach that Tim Duncan took to you, which is taking you to play paintball and keeping you in when you're getting frustrated and things like that. We did see LeBron get frustrated, but do you think that Kobe's got a point there with how he sees LeBron as a teammate?
Well, I think one thing he's doing is he's expecting something from LeBron that as players we all expect from him. Like, he's better in the finals that we want him to play harder and do more in the finals than he did. Like, we all know LeBron gave all the effort, he used all the energy he could possibly use. But us knowing how dominant he is, we felt like he should have went out in the finals without passing the ball. I mean, this team hasn't helped you all year. This is the last 2 games of the season. Go all out. Go out shooting. And that's what players that played the game, that's what we wanted to see. Now, I can't blame a man for playing the game the right way. This is just, like I said yesterday, this is the smartest person I've ever seen play basketball. You can't force somebody to just change their game last minute. This guy has done everything right. So I can't. It's hard to knock LeBron because he's done everything right. But at certain times, as players like Kobe and sometimes me, I would like to see him do more. But is it possible? Because he's done everything.
Yeah, I'm only going to listen to some of what Kobe is saying because.
It's not jealousy. Let's say that.
No, it's not jealousy. But
Kobe has 5 championships. He's a top 3 player, 4 player in the game too.
Yeah,
it's not jealousy.
Tell you something. Everyone lives in their own reality, and in his reality, because I talked to Shaq about Kobe. A good friend of mine, Ron Harper. Ron Harper was brought to the Los Angeles Lakers on his first day with the Lakers. Phil Jackson sent him to a room, and Kobe Bryant and Shaq came into that room after him. Ron Harper was there to solve the beef between the 2 of them so they could coexist. So I know what Richard Jefferson, I know what Ray Allen, Dwayne Wade, I know what they say about LeBron. Man, the best supporting superstar that they've ever been around. They've never been around the person who spent the kind of money on activities, group activities, team activities, food, clothing like LeBron James. So this is what the NBA players have said. So you can't just listen to Kobe Bryant, because I remember hearing Kobe on a radio show talking about Shaq, about the number of lawsuits and everything, and the number of fires and money he's thrown so that he wouldn't get himself into some PR disaster. LeBron James never been involved in anything like that.
And LeBron James never run off a teammate like Shaquille O'Neal. But listen, Kobe's, for some reason, you can say it's not jealousy, it's fine. It's an odd timing for Kobe to all of a sudden he goes on Alex Kennedy's podcast, takes shots at LeBron. There's an article with Howard Beck, he quotes 8 people. The only one who takes shots at LeBron in the article is Kobe. And then he sends this tweet. Kobe gets thousands of mentions every day. Someone tweets to him, if Kobe Bryant was on the Heat Cavs instead of King James past 6 years and faced the Spurs and the Warriors, he'd have 0 rings. Context is everything. Kobe says, we had to face the Spurs every postseason pretty much, not to mention the first super team in Boston. But hey, what do I know?
It's the truth, though,
Okay,
Nick.
but here's the thing, though, Steven.
It's the truth.
Here's the thing, though. It's actually not the truth.
How is it not the truth?
Okay, well, so I'll tell you. You know how many times Kobe beat the Spurs without Shaquille O'Neal on his team?
That's not what he said.
Hold on, let me just
He
tell
didn't say
people.
who he had on his team. He said how many times he played them.
Okay, so from 2005 to the end of his career, he played the Spurs 3 times.
Right.
He beat them 1 time. And let's just give Kobe and everyone, maybe you as well.
I was on that team.
A bit of
Stop the three-peat.
A bit of a history lesson, if we may. Okay. So like, if Kobe wants to talk about the Celtics, the Celtics team that beat you, and then you guys beat them in a Game 7 where you went 6 of 24 because you weren't trusting your teammates, but Ron Artest saved you. I get it.
He won,
I get it. That's fine. That same Celtics team that then LeBron ended their run in the 2011 Mavs. You guys remember the 2011 Mavs? LeBron's biggest black mark, losing to them in 6.
Oh yeah.
They swept Kobe in 4. Before that. You remember 2012 OKC? The team LeBron beat in 5? Oh, they beat Kobe in 5. That 2013 Spurs team that the tweet's referring to, that LeBron beat, they swept Kobe's Lakers. So if Kobe didn't have to insert himself into this story. Nobody was talking about Kobe Bryant this week. And that's why he's talking about himself this week. That's why he's talking about his team this week. And that's why people need to remember, like, we can go back through the history when he had a team like LeBron's did this year, and they didn't get out of the first round for 3 straight years in the middle of your prime. We can do that. I don't know why Kobe wants that smoke this week, but
they almost 3-peated too, though.
What do you mean?
Kobe and Shaq almost 3-peated too.
Kobe and Shaq did 3-peat. They could have 4-peated, but Kobe didn't want to play with him, but all he cares about is championships. I don't know.